Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Last time we were captured outside of the ancient Olmec pyramid that we found by Dr. Volodnikov, and he has imprisoned us aboard this cargo ship, the V.I. Pudovkin. Now, this button does not work, quite obviously. This is a prison cell. I'm assuming this is supposed to be Lenin or something. Some sort of Russian Prime Minister, President, El Presidente, Tsar, something like that. So we start off this level by smacking on the door and demanding to be let out. Let me out, soldier!
Нет, назад!
Quick, get me up on deck. I think I'm gonna be seasick.
Хорошая шутка. Ho-ho-ho.
Right. That didn't go so well. Maybe persistence is key. If we knock again, maybe this time he will let us out. It's taking a bit longer to come to the door this time, so maybe not.
Нет, глупый американец.
Huh. Okay, well, I don't think that's going to work. Anyway, let's actually get out of here now. In order to do that, we need to unlock this vent, which is nice and simple.
Hey, it's unlocked.
Because they just left it unlocked for us. Now, I'm wondering, I don't think I've actually really explored down the vents. It's a good job the vents in adventure games are people-sized. Let's look through this grill. Anything? Some sort of radio room. Doesn't look like there's much going on in there. Anything through this grill? Perhaps something more interesting? No, again, more radio equipment. And, oh, I'm going to sneeze. How inconvenient. Maybe I can stifle it. And through this grate, anything interesting? Oh, look. There's Tacklet's part on the table there. Suffice to say, I don't think I need to say it, but I will anyway. We have had all of our weapons and items confiscated from us for this level. Every adventure game needs at least some level like this, and this is this game's level. We have no weapons, we have no machine parts, which means we have to use our wit and ingenuity to negotiate the ship. And hey, I've never noticed that great big whacking hole in the ceiling there before. Doesn't go anywhere though. Never mind. So this time around we're going to smack on the door once more, giving the guard a chance to rest up and ignore us. And we just need to climb onto the bed and then up into the vent. And just wait. Wait right here for him.
Что?
He seems confused. Now, I don't know what happens if we actually go and interact with him. Not once he's round here. Hello. Oh. He just knocks us out cold. And the level begins again. And we've lost some health. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, well this time, let's not go and interact with him. Let's just climb up into the vent. And I think that is what happens anytime we are discovered by guards in this level. Having said that, they may very well just shoot us on sight. However, I also think that on occasion they will just knock us out and send us back to the start here. We're going to try and avoid that from happening because, well, I've got a couple more of these episodes to make. He doesn't even bother looking around this time. He just goes straight back to where he knows I'm not. Oh well, let's be gone.
Остановись, ты!
He could have very easily made it out of there. Just saying. If we try and let him out...
I can't open it.
Indy just can't open it. Fair dues. So, now we have a couple of options here. I think this is one of the empty rooms that we had no dealings with being in. Yeah. Oh, we need that door to close before we can progress. And same for this room as well, I'm led to believe. Yep, nothing going on in there either. Now, inside this door right here is where Tacklet's part was, but there's a guard right there. Which means we need to get him to move. And in order to get him to move, we need to come into this room with a conveniently positioned engine, which if we activate, we can then run out of the room, open this door. The guard will go and investigate, just like that, allowing us to quickly sneak in, grab Tacklet's part, and then the level will become infinitely easier. We can just brush against him here. He has no idea what he's doing. That's fair enough. We'll just hang on to this, because it will allow us to progress into the level. Because right behind those crates there, yes, there's another guard. Tacklit's part our way past. And he has no idea. We can bump into him, and he's immediately confused, but otherwise not really interested in anything that's going on. I'm wondering, can we, like, push him around? This is all stuff that I never thought of doing when I was younger. I just kind of played the game and hoped for the best. But I'm now interested to see if we can kind of, you know, do all this dumb stuff. It doesn't look like he's moving. He's just really confused. That's fair enough. Okay. Let's get into this room here, because in this room is all of our gear.
Trusted law firm, Smith & Wesson. My whip. I really don't feel like myself without it. A machete.
Fantastic. And now we're back up to full steam. Picking up those three things also included all of the other weapons that we have picked up along the way, all of our health kits right there, and only Tacklit's part. We've got to go and find the others before we leave this level. Right. Oh.
Товарищи, Jones обижал.
What? Retake him immediately, alive if possible, but dead if necessary.
Хорошо, sir.
Ooh. Bit of Russian going on there. I'm going to assume that he was telling Dr. Volodnikov that we have escaped.
Where did that commie rat scurry
Where
off?
did he escape to, indeed? It's not important. We should go back and kill the guards just to make sure that we're not going to be followed anyways through our journey here. So let's go and do that. Sounds like the engine's been switched off. Good. So, yes, I think he's gone to inform Dr. Volodnikov that we have escaped. And Volodnikov is like, well, you need to go and get him back. We can't have him just scurrying around the ship killing all of our soldiers. Little does Volodnikov know that that's exactly what we're going to do. Can we get back in here now?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Fair enough. I mean, we don't want to waste ammo that we don't have to, I guess, but never mind. Let's progress forwards with the level. This level, as far as I remember, is not a particularly long level. I am certainly making it stretch out for no real reason. Let's look at the map. There it is. Just a long level in terms of physical length, in terms of the space the level occupies, but not a particularly long level in terms of gameplay. I don't think, anyway. I don't seem to remember it taking all that long. The level after this one, though, that should take quite a while. In fact, I'm anticipating that the next level may very well be our first two-parter, because there's a lot to do. But more about that in the next video. We don't need to worry about that for right now, because we need to get off of the ship first of all. The VI Pudovkin. I'm assuming that VI is a prefix in a similar sense to, like, over here in the UK we have HMS preceding... HMS precedes all of our boat names. So you have HMS Belfast, HMS... I don't know. I don't know any others other than HMS Belfast. all of the warships, at least, are HMS something or other, I think. In the US, you have USS, so you have the USS Arizona, USS Missouri, I think. It's probably a bad form that I can name more US warships than UK warships, but I did go to Hawaii and wander around Pearl Harbor, which is where two of those warships are kept. I say kept, like USS Arizona, there's no choice. It's on the bottom of the ocean, so they have no choice but to keep it there. Whereas the USS Missouri is also actually just kept in Pearl Harbor, but it's kind of a tourist thing. You can pay to wander around the USS Missouri. Oh, fair enough. That door's locked. We won't bother going through there then. That's fine. Now this level, as short as it may be, is a little bit of a maze in terms of doorways and things to maneuver through. As you'll begin to see, certain areas begin to look very, very similar, which can be a bit of an inconvenience for trying to navigate, but all in all, we should be able to do okay. And in this level, you never want to enter a room without having your gun drawn, because there may be soldiers in there. There are soldiers around every turn in this level. This door is locked, that's fine. Now, this rusty wall here is ergonable, but we do not have Ergon's part yet, so we need to go and find that, which means that we need to head back into the cargo hold that we were just in and go over to the other side, because there was also a door on this side, and if we go through this door, I believe this is where Ergon's part is kept that will allow us to trash that wall. Now, one of these sides has a soldier in, I can't remember which, I think it's the right. It might have been both. It was both. I'm not a fan of how if you are too close to a soldier, you will merely shoot through them rather than at them. I guess it's a problem of the rendering at the time, I suppose, because technically your gun is being rendered through the soldier, so the bullet just shoots out the other side of him rather than going inside. But these things, you know, they're artifacts of the time. You know, games weren't built as robustly as they are these days, which is not their fault. It's just a limitation of the technology that was available at the time. And now technology has proceeded to expand so quickly and at such an alarming rate that now you have video games that just look like real-life films. The amount of trailers for video games that surface, and I watch them and I think, I don't know if I'm watching a film or something. Because they just look so realistic now. So realistic. I remember going back a good few years now, when Heavy Rain came out, and I remember watching some gameplay for it. I remember playing a little bit of it, and I remember sitting there going, this is as good as graphics are ever going to get. Video games are not going to look better than this. How wrong I was. See? Soldiers everywhere. And the two doors that are on this side we busted open are just there. This is a door that we couldn't open from the other side of the corridor, I think. Yes, we've been in there. Now then, do we need to go up or down? I'm going to go with down on this instance. I'm not sure if it's a safe... It's got to be a safe drop. There's got to be no long falls here on a ship. But yeah, I remember seeing Heavy Rain and being, this is as good as video game graphics are ever going to get. Okay, we're here slightly too early. We need to come back here at a later date. Because I remember watching parts of Heavy Rain and the way that the characters were rendered, those loading screens between levels where it's just a close-up of their face and you can see all of the micro movements just as lips twitch, eyes look around and blink and stuff like that. It was so realistic and appealing to look at. I think we've been in there, and I'm going to just presume we've been in there too. It was just so realistic, and I'm going to think this is as good as graphics are ever going to get. Video games will not look better, even though it had slight issues with rendering fabric. I seem to remember there's a scene in the intro where Ethan kind of has to towel dry himself. He picks a towel off of the rail and it just flops about like wet cardboard rather than a tail. A tail? A towel. That's the word I meant. And you know, you can't have it all. You gotta be better at some things than others, I suppose. But I was willing to forgive the cardboard towel because the rest of the game looked so phenomenal. If you think about the games that have come out since, specifically I'm thinking of like The Last of Us. Oh, he had a really deep voice. Yeah, I'm thinking about specifically like The Last of Us springs to mind. Those games look absolutely exceptional. And having seen gameplay and played through The Last of Us, I definitely have thought to myself, okay, now video game graphics cannot get better than that. But I'm sure that I'm going to be surprised. Now that video games have started moving towards motion capture rather than like rendering, I guess. is the technical name. It's just infinitely more realistic, and will probably only continue to progress in that vein. But if you look at Heavy Rain now, compared to some of the games that have come out in more modern times, Heavy Rain has not aged well. In terms of aesthetic, it looks rather dated. In terms of gameplay, I thought it was the pinnacle of storytelling, but that's not really the case considering some of the games that have come out. Anyway, we're about to make our way on deck, and this is a dangerous part of the level because on deck is Soldier Central. We get this great fanfare of music, but a lot of danger accompanying it. It does, however, I just wanted to remain quiet just to allow us to get a little bit of the music coming through. We have a very rather bland skybox and level over out yonder. It's just this. There's an island over there. That's about it. Whoops! Got distracted by the scenery or lack thereof. Easy, sunshine. Gotta be careful. Talking of being careful, it's occurred to me I've not saved in this level yet. Which means that once this guy is dead, like that, I'm gonna save. Just to, as the name implies, be safe. Pudovkin? Is that the way this boat's spelt? It is now. Hey there! If I need to reload that save, remind me that that will happen. Come here, you coward! That's what I thought. So soldiers will keep spawning for a little while. It doesn't matter how many we kill. We're going to get a couple more come through. Not to the same extent as we would have done in the Palawan volcano all those levels ago, but we will certainly. Is the captain up in the bridge there still? Well, I just want to have a look and see, because if he's just seen me, yeah, he's up there. He's up there. I don't think you can really see from this angle, but he is up there. Yeah, there he is. I may just have to do a video edit as well just to zoom in on his face, but he's up there. So he's just seeing me pottering about on the deck, mercilessly murdering guards like no tomorrow. There's some more. Let's be having you. He's out. Oh, there's more on the way. I see ya. Ooh, easy. Easy now. We do not wish to perish. Oh, more? How are you not dead? 2 bullets. That's all it takes. We'll just do a loop around. Make sure there's no more. Okay, I think we've got them all. For the time being, at least. I'm sure that a couple more shall spawn at some point when I'm not ready for them, and they will just cut me to ribbons. But until such a time, we'll just prowl about. Now, from this point on the deck, there is not actually anywhere that we can really go. We can't open any of the doors out here, so this door right here won't open.
This door is locked.
As you see, and I believe there is another door. See, I knew there would be more. There's always more. The end is never the end is never the end. That's what the Stanley Parable taught me. And it's been very, very accurate in life. Just when I think it's all over, something happens to prove to me that it ain't. Thank you for the ammunition. Did I spy another one? Maybe, just as the screen was spinning around? I did not. But this door is also locked, which is a bit of a problem, except it isn't, because we have Ergon's part and another rusty wall. Boom! So now he's gone, we have the kitchen. And I'd hate to think that that kitchen caters for the whole ship. It seems woefully under-equipped. Anyway, we can just climb up this ladder, and this ladder leads us to the bridge, and also presumably Dr. Gennady Volodnikov's room on the right.
Where away, Lieutenant? The Nile River, the kingdom of Kush. These exotic sites are foreign to Sovietsky Grozny, but that will change as we change the world, eh? That's where the Babylonian secret lies, buried with King Nub, who used it to defeat his Egyptian Ugnitotili. Somehow, no one has ever claimed the treasure. Is it too well hidden, too dangerous? Does the power strike the finder like a curse? I wonder about these things. Then, when my resolve weakens, we capture Jones. Now, using that Amerikansky adventurist and the tools he has so kindly provided, we будем иметь успешный. Indeed, history is on our side.
I love how through that entire cutscene, the captain of the ship is literally just staring blankly into the distance like, please, for the love of God, stop talking to me while I drive my boat. He just could not give a damn. Anyway, as you may notice behind us is Azurim's part, which is what we have been missing to complete this level. We can't actually go onto the bridge. That's unfortunate, and we can't make it into presumably Gennady Volodnikov's room. I would be interested to see him try and scale the ladder downwards, but unfortunately we're not privy to that, so never mind. Now, the first time I ever played through this level, I actually had no idea what to do nor where to go, because I didn't see Azurim's part right there in the foreground at the end of that cutscene. So I actually had no idea how to progress the level and was stuck here for a considerable length of time until I eventually wandered back up to that area and was like, oh, Azurim's part was here all along. That's the part I've been missing, because we needed Azurim's part to take care of our job down in this room right here. So what we need to do is position the crane hook over there above the box with the jewel in it that reacts to Azurim's part. Now, I can't remember how far along we have to go here, so I'm just going to try and judge it by eye. I think we've got a good few presses in us for this way. Sadly, he won't just hold the button down. Okay, I think that does it for our movement along that angle. It looks good. Let's bring the crane out a bit. I think it's only 2. Let's push the hook button and see. Oh, it looks good. He's a genius. Then just press the button again and raise it up, so it can stand on mountains. And then we just add Azurim's part underneath the jewel and get ascended to heaven. Perfect. And that is literally it for that puzzle. Nice and simple. Whoa! Soldiers down there! How many times? Oh, that's never happened before. I'm fairly sure of it. What? Well, I mean, we can't just let a new experience like that go unpunished. Who wants some? Oh, they took us out, and it's been a long time since I saved. Ah, whoops. Still, remember that guard's going to come running out and take me out. Really poor place to save. Oh well. Okay, I will see you back once we're in that room, I suppose. Excuse me? Okay, guess we're going the long way. Oh, I forgot the treasure. Alrighty, let's ascend. But first, before doing so, your boy is gonna save so that we don't go through all that again. He's also gonna heal. He probably should have done this the other way around so that he doesn't have to do this every single time, but never mind. So we come out. Sun's out, guns out. Where's the trigger? Huh. Probably not something I should be asking when I'm holding a gun in my hand, but There we go. Have they not spawned? Huh. Interesting. Climbing up the side like that seems to have bypassed their spawn trigger. There they are. See, it's great going back to old games with a fresh set of eyes, because you just uncover all sorts of things. Now you understand how video games work when you're older. You can learn about spawn triggers and stuff like that, and it makes sense. I don't know how you're shooting at that angle, Indy. That's something that definitely doesn't make sense. But, you know, back then, when I was younger, you know, you would just climb up the crate there onto the top deck and then like, oh, soldiers spawn. But because now I'm older and I know how, you know, video games spawn in characters and stuff like that, we can manipulate it a bit and then not have to face certain characters. That's interesting. Okay, inwards we go into this room, and yeah, he's just gonna, nothing's gonna happen with him. We don't need to worry about that. Then there's this guy here with a big old machine gun, lots more health than usual, and this guy, we've not actually shown this off yet, but we have got fisticuffs. We can go fist to fist, hand to hand combat. So let's give this guy a smack. I wasn't expecting it to be that simple though. And of course it is just made better by the comical sound effects as well. Fantastic. Okay, downwards we go. Now we can go and take out this second soldier here, who's going to be a bit more adversarial, I think. Or not. Never mind. And we come all the way down. There's a lever that we need to yank. Which lowers a ladder. This is, by the way, can I just say, a very well designed level. I do like this level. It is one of my favourites because it is so well designed, in my opinion. My absolute favourite level, on the other hand, is not quite here yet. It's not going to be the next level, but the level afterwards is absolutely incredible, in my opinion. And in my memory as well. It's been a while since I've played it, but it's so much fun and so well designed. It's incredible. But more about that when we get there for the time. Excuse me while I just pop my teeth back in. For the time being, we need to get out of this level. And in order to do that, we got ourselves a couple of brutes in here, or just the one brute. Now, unfortunately, these guys don't drop their machine guns. They just vanish into thin air. Symbiotically linked. A crank to lower that boat. Not that boat, because there isn't one out the side that window, but the boat out the back here. You may have spotted it as we were wandering past earlier. That is our way out. Unfortunately, this guy has other ideas. However, I have other ideas. We're going to lower the boat, and then we're going to go sailing over to the island over there. And that is going to do us for the level. Did we get 10? We got 9 treasures. I missed one somewhere. That's unfortunate. But what can you do? What can you do? Let's lower the boat and get out of here. And that concludes the VI Pudovkin. Thank you very much for watching this episode of... I was about to say Only Fools and Horses. Why on earth would I come to say that? Thank you for watching this episode of Only Fools and Horses. What? What I meant to say, of course, was thank you very much for watching this episode of Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please do feel free to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below letting me know what you thought. And if you really liked it, maybe you consider hitting that subscribe button as well, and maybe even sharing the video with your friends. I shall see you in the next episode, which is set in Merowe in Sudan, as Dr. Volodnikov alluded to. And it's gonna be a doozy. We'll see you then. Take care. Have a good day. Bye! So because I couldn't resist walking on water glitch, let's go and see if we can make it to the island over there and run on the water. Whoa! What? It's actual water? Not like Shambhala where you just run on it. What? Oh, okay. This is going to take a thoroughly long time, but I am interested. What? I was not expecting it to be actual water. As weird as that sounds. Like in Shambhala, you could just run on the water. But here you can actually swim. And it also seems like the texture's flat, but the water level isn't, it seems. It seems like we're actually getting nearer too, which I didn't anticipate. I thought it was just going to be decorative. Sadly I can't look around, the look button's disabled, but we're oh, this is so awesome. Oh, he just goes straight through. And the back's invisible, of course. Oh, and here we are, right against the edge. Oh, you can't climb out. That's a shame. Oh, the invisible wall. The camera just buckles down like that as well. Oh, awesome. How brilliant. Oh, there you go. There's your bonus clip for the day.